Charlie Kirk was just assassinated. Man, I can't believe what I just saw today. I can't believe it's going around on the internet today. Images, video of Charlie Kirk being assassinated, shot in the neck. And it's safe to say he's probably not going to make it. For those of you who don't know who Charlie Kirk is a white conservative guy, avid Trump supporter, who goes around to different college campuses and he debates students about political views. He likes to push his agenda or his ideas about whether it be right wing ideas or far right, whatever you want to call it. And you know, I don't always agree with some of his thinking points. I don't always agree with him all the time. He has a lot of strong views, and I think one of the views that he was actually speaking on, I believe, was the transgender rights and things like that when he got shot, from what I understand. But the dude, man, it's a sad situation because I watch his content. He's a very smart, articulate guy. He's a good debater. He speaks his points very clear. He has his points of references, his statistics that he goes to, his studies to back his points up, his claims. And hey, again, I'm not a supporter per se of Charlie Kirk, but I do watch his content, and I do find him very entertaining. And I would not in no way, shape, or form, in any way, think it was okay for anybody to try to take this man's life simply because you don't agree with what he is saying. Do you know how cowardly you got to be to shoot somebody from a crowd while they on stage and they vulnerable as hell, exposed while you out there hidden? And it's sad because you didn't give him a chance to defend himself. You didn't give him a chance to even much. I mean, if you had a disagreement with his ideology, you could have talked to him and debated him like a man. But because you couldn't do that, you took the easy way out and you shot this man in cold blood. It's a sad situation, man. Personally, I'm kind of bothered by it because, again, even though I don't agree with a lot of what Charlie Kirk would say, I do think that he was an asset not only to the political sphere as a whole, because, anytime somebody have a debate, and I've said this on a previous podcast, anytime somebody has a debate or they're expressing their views and having their views challenged by somebody else, there's always an opportunity to learn and grow from that interaction, from that encounter. And Charlie Kirk, I learned a lot from a lot of his debates. Now, I mean, I learned a lot from things that he said and things that other people said to him. So it was useful. And I thought, it was definitely an asset to have him on YouTube because I found his content entertaining as well. But for somebody to think that it was okay, to think that it was, justified to take his life in that fashion, it's a sad situation, man. I mean, people say what they say about Trump. I'm not a Trump supporter either, but I don't want to see Trump nothing like that happen to nobody. I don't care who it is, and it's sad when somebody thinks in that type of way where you got to think about taking someone's life based on their beliefs that they're based on their beliefs or their ideologies. People have the right, should have the right to think and feel how they so please. Again, if you don't agree, you don't have to follow them or you don't have to support them. Charlie Kirk is not an elected official. He's not the president. He is nobody that moves the needle. He's just a political talking head on the internet that was giving his views about, political issues that he felt. Now, I don't know why somebody thought that it would be useful to take his life in that fashion. Again, it just blows my mind, man. So now, whoever it was, I think they got the guy in custody who shot him, and now you threw your own life away in the process of taking his life. And what did you solve? You didn't solve no problems. There's a million Charlie Kirks. There's a million people who share those conservative or far right even views. You didn't solve nothing. You shot this man, took his life, and you probably most likely you took your own life simultaneously because ain't no way in hell you're gonna see the light of day in America after killing this man in cold blood, especially while Donald Trump is the president. How is Trump going to respond from this? Do you think Trump is not going to try to fry your ass? Trump is going to put him under the damn jail, man. Matter of fact, he probably won't make it to the jail. We probably won't see this guy ever on TV because he's probably going to be killed, be unalived. He'd probably be unalived before he make it to any type of trial. We're gonna have to watch this closely because I would be really surprised if he made it to any kind of fair trial. This situation right here, man, is going to trigger a lot of things. I think a lot of people who are Charlie Kirk supporters, people who are ultimately Trump supporters, are going to feel like they're being challenged. They're going to feel like they're being called out. They're going to feel like they're being, almost, I want to say, provoked. And people need to be on high alert right now because when you initiate something like that, someone might take that as an act of war. So we got to be on alert, man, just in general, not we as a certain people, but everybody has to be on alert because you don't know what that's going to ignite. Who is it going to ignite to go out and do something in retaliation? I hate the fact that the man was killed based on his views, based on his political ideology. That's the one thing that we all should have the right to freely think and express ourselves publicly without fear of being shot dead on stage. We haven't seen something like that probably since JFK, man. I don't remember seeing an assassination live on camera of somebody of this magnitude in a very, very long time. They tried to, the so-called, probably it was only a staged Trump supposedly attempt, which I don't believe it. But anyway, yeah, man, that's the news. Unfortunately, Charlie Kirk has been pretty much assassinated. I'm sure he's not going to make it. I don't like to speak like that until I confirm. But if you saw the video and you saw what happened, then you kind of know before they say anything. You know what's happening. Let's just face it. It is what it is. It's a sad situation, and I pray for his family, pray for his friends and people that support him. I don't want to see nobody go out like that. Nobody deserves that.